Do you want a drum roll?
Dramatic drum roll for the beautiful
Donna.
Donna.
Entrance. Anyway, and the gorgeous Nadine.
Yeah. Okay. Hi everyone, how are you?
Hi there. Welcome to Teach People How to Treat You. My name is Donna.
And my name is Nadine.
And today we are going to do a follow-up on a video that we just did. And yes, we are going to do a follow-up to how to make a good first impression.
Right.
So this one, though, we've received a bit of feedback. And Nadine, you've had more than I have personally, too. So why don't you mention a few of the things that people have said to us?
It was great feedback, and actually this is why we love and we solicit that you guys reach out to us with any comments or feedback that you have at any given time, because this was actually brought to us by somebody who she actually texted me like right after seeing the video, and she said it was good, but something to take in mind is that she's a very introverted person by nature.
But very interesting, right? Because we didn't even think about
didn't even hit our radar, because you and I are both very extroverted. Like we kind of walk in the room and we're like, hey,
you can talk to anybody.
We're here, shake hands.
Yes.
Well, not today.
Anywhere, and I'll chat. I'll go to places alone. I have no problem approaching people that I don't know. I have no problem with that whatsoever. And
we can create a conversation about everything. So a couple of things. So let's just break it down a little bit.
Okay.
Because I tend to just kind of can be all over the place. So one of the things we talked about was the eye contact and the firm handshake, and then when you shake somebody's hand, eye contact and smell and all that. So what this individual said to me was, she said, because she's also in sales, but she struggles more because it doesn't come as naturally to her because she's more shy and introverted. And she said that a couple of things she's done. So this is for you folks out there that are more inclined to be like that. She said she's always struggled making eye contact with people.
Wow.
So what she's learned to do is she looks at the eyebrows.
That way, genius.
Isn't that genius?
Yes.
Because I'm looking at your eyebrows right now.
But it looks like you're looking in my eyes.
It looks like I'm looking at your eyes.
That is so cool.
It's the way, like she said to me, was it just takes that little bit of anxiety of having that direct eye contact off, while at the same time having the person on the other side of you say, oh yeah, I told a conversation, made direct eye contact, right? I'm doing it now.
I know, and I swear, it looks like Nadine's looking right into my eyes and you're not. So that's a really great tip.
Good trick.
Yeah.
And then, because otherwise if if I'm looking here, then right? So it's a focal point on the face without actually doing eye contact. So that's a good one.
That's a really good one. There's that other one I think you were mentioning, the one about if you're in somebody's office to look at something that's on their wall. Is that correct? Or look at maybe pictures that they have or things on their desk or something, then you can make conversation about that particular thing.
Well, yeah, if you're not a natural, so one of the things that we talked about during that video was that people love to talk about themselves. They just do, right? If you've got somebody who's, in a social function or business function, and they are, I'm not talking about somebody that's really super sharp, but somebody who would like to have a conversation, they're comfortable with that topic themselves. So whatever they want to share, they will. So we talked about get somebody to talk about themselves. And I mentioned that I'd had a conversation with somebody years and years ago. And it was a 1 hour conversation. I'd asked 2 questions.
Yeah.
So, step B to that is, if you, again, are more shy, need to start up a conversation, know that perhaps it's best to get the other person talking, yet topics don't readily come to mind. If you're in their office or in their home setting even, you look around at the surroundings and find something that looks like they may be of interest.
Yeah,
okay?
It could be like a conversation starter or an item of interest or conversation
So
piece.
like if you go in and somebody's got an extensive art collection, you can comment on that. I've been into many offices where there were, pictures of sailboats or golf courses or horses, right? On the wall. And I would say, are you a boat enthusiast or are you a golfer? And then that's a closed-ended question. And then they go yes or no. They say no, well then find something else that looks like you could talk about. But if they say yes, say, so then you ask the open-ended question. So how often do you golf? Or when did you start writing? Or where do you like to sail? Stay away from the personal stuff. I wouldn't go into somebody's office and if you find a picture of other people, like
don't say, hey, are those your kids?
Right.
Or,
Stay away from something really personal until you get to know that person.
Yeah.
So anything that's, looks like it's of interest that would not be in a personal discussion.
That's key. That is key.
Yeah.
What you're saying, because you could really get yourself in a sticky situation. You could be touching on a sensitive topic that they don't want to talk about. And then that's going to make it way more awkward. And they're going to remember you as the person that put them on the spot and ask them uncomfortable questions about things they don't want to talk about.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's another way to make a good first impression. They're going to know that you were interested in them without digging into their personal lives.
Yes.
And that you make eye contact even though you were staring at their eyebrows.
That's right. So I think those are two extra good tips.
Two additional tips that we wanted to pass on. And thank you very much for the feedback.
Thank you.
That hopefully, will help you if you're a little more on the shy side. To make a conversation and all part of making a good first impression. Or just even if you know the person or have met them before, it doesn't necessarily have to be a good first impression. Let's just say you've met them before, but now you're in a situation where a conversation is kind of like the next thing to do. Help yourself out a little bit. Be aware of their environment on a objective way.
And that's so engaging, and it's lovely to have two-way communication like that. Because at the end of the day, we want you all to feel very comfortable with who you are, and you don't have to impress anybody when it all comes down to it. But at the same time, if you want to nail that job interview, or you really want to date this guy more than once, those are great things that you could use, tricks of the trade, and ways that you can communicate and have more than one conversation with these people, and maybe end up having relationships, so working relationships, personal, and all the rest of it.
Whatever. You've broken the ice and you've made them feel comfortable in speaking with you, then the rest will flow from there.
Exactly.
And we're really happy that we made enough of an impression that people were comfortable enough in coming to us and saying, hey, everything you said was great. However, I personally am not quite as outgoing and extroverted as you and Donna. So these are things that I would like to pass along to others who may have.
Who may feel the same way that
thank
they
you.
do.
Yeah. Thank you.
And that goes for all the rest of the topics that we have covered. So please, if there's anything, please check out our other videos and send us your feedback, comments, and extra information that we could do another video on. We would love to do that and share. We're all in this together, so let's share everything we can with each other.
Absolutely. So just to plug us, we have a YouTube channel. It's called Donna and Nadine Teach People How to Treat You. If you just do Teach People How to Treat You on YouTube, you'll have a lot of others.
Yes,
so if you want to zero in on our channel, you just put Donna and Nadine Teach People How to Treat You. And we also are on Cogeco if you're in the Halton region.
Yes, it's known as Your TV, and it's channel 23 if you are in Oakville and Burlington.
Right.
So please tune in. We are on there now. It's on Saturday afternoons, and I believe throughout the night into early Sunday morning. So anyway, thank you again. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching.
Stay safe and healthy.
Yeah. Okay. Bye for now.
Bye.